April 21, 2025. This is my review of reading. Let's see, it's mostly 2 Samuel, latter part of 3. It's actually 3:6 through 39, and then we get into chapter 4, 2 Samuel chapter 4. A little bit there too. A little bit left out because that was read earlier. But one thing I noticed about reading through this with Abner joining forces with David, there's some, how do you want to say it? It's some rebellion. There's some tenseness. There's Saul's son is the king, but he's jealous of Abner, and so he accuses Abner of something that Abner gets really upset about. And so he takes his upsetness and says, I'm going to give David the house of Israel. David's going to be king. I'm done with you, Saul's son. I'm just done. I'm over it. So he goes and does that. He gets people. And David, his only request is, yeah, bring my wife with me. I haven't had her in quite a while, but she's been betrothed to somebody else. Her husband goes along, tries to get her back. Man, what a hopeless scenario that for him. Could you imagine you're married to a woman that her husband was alive and then made a king, but she was taken away from him by the current king. Weird situation. Bad place for that man to be in. Ooh, tough place. What's the message there? Holy cow. That poor dude. He's married, been married for years now, been with his wife, and now his wife goes back to her first husband, who was just taken away from her from weirdness, who is now way more powerful. So she can be a queen, I guess. But yeah, bad place to be. So heartache in this stuff. There's heartache and separation regardless. I think that's the point to it. It doesn't matter, and things can never be the same. Once, as time marches on, time marches through. Put yourself in their shoes. So then we got Abner going, having this feast with David, and says, yep, okay, we're good. We're not gonna, do anything rash here. I'm with you. Yep, behind you. Everything's good. But then Joab comes back, which I got to remember exactly. Joab was not his commander. He was something in his army, but he wasn't made of the mighty 3, and he wasn't part of the 30. He was he's very vocal. He's in a lot of stories with David here. Joab, been there. But Joab kills Abner because Abner had killed his brother. Well, his brother asked for it. Abner said, leave me alone, and his brother kept coming after him, so Abner stabbed him with a spear. It was battle. Why would he? I don't know. I guess, bitterness. The Bible, in the laws that were given to Moses, there was the thing about cities of refuge, and there was revenge able to be taken, so you had to go to these cities. So I guess it's biblical. I mean, it's lawful that Abner did that, but man, that just seems pretty rotten. Oh, Abner, I don't know. Of course, losing a brother, bad. It's just a lot to that. And David mourning over Abner's death, so David goes into mourning over Abner dying, and that helps secure David with everybody knows that David wasn't behind it. He did not condone this. It just it was something that happened, so that's good. And then we have the murder of Saul's son, Ishbosheth. So these two guys that were part of his army went in there and snuck in and killed the poor guy in his bed. Took his head and took it to David. Look, I've got the head of your enemy. And David's like, guys, that's not right. We can't do that. That's the whole point. You're just so wrong. You're so wrong. Death to you. And he kills him. Man, just when you think you're doing everything good, you're doing good things, we're going to kill my enemy. No, murder is not a good thing. Nope. Some things just aren't there. They don't belong. What else do we learn from all this? I don't know. There's a lot There's a lot of story. It's interesting here. We are messy people. Our lives are messy. Nothing's straight and perfect and true. That's the way this life is. The devil gets in place. The one thing I was noticing about Ishbosheth and his death, that it just was it was bound to happen. It was called out. It was going to happen. And it just so happened at the hands of his captains of his raiding parties. So we never know how things are going to turn out and how God's going to use people to put you in the right place, or put everybody gets put in the right place at the right time. And sometimes it doesn't seem good, but God works together for the good of all those who believe. That's Romans 8:28, and are called to him. It's one of my favorite verses to think about. No matter what happens, it might seem or messy and ugly, but it's all for his purpose. So trust in the Lord. David trusted in the Lord, and he trusted in righteousness, and he sought righteousness. Even though he was a mighty warrior, he still sought righteousness, and it was much to his benefit.